Y'all, first off, let me start this video off with giving a shout out to Netflix, because y'all have been cooking this year with these true crime documentaries, and I ain't even playing. Baby, this one right here got me so flabbergasted, baby. I'm shake, rattled, and rolled the fuck up like a 3-5 and some sheets of funnel, like it ain't even goddamn funny. Baby, there was so many damn twists and turns in this story. Every time I thought that the story was over and we figured out who done did it, they ain't did shit, girl. And okay, let's just get into this. So this toxic love story starts out with this married couple right here. This is Diaz, and he is a special forces sergeant. Y'all remember that because you're going to need it for later. This right here is his wife, Angela. Now, mind you, they met each other in a Starbucks, and within 3 weeks, he done moved Angela into his house, because apparently she was just every fucking thing that he could have ever hoped and prayed for in his life. He was ready for a relationship. He was ready to get married and have kids. Baby, he done moved this woman in his house, okay, within 3 weeks, and ended up being pregnant with some damn twins. What? I done told y'all once, and I'm gonna tell y'all again, anything that comes too fast, that comes from the devil itself. Anything that is worth having, the Lord say, wait and be patient for these fruits, baby. You gotta get these fruits some time to grow, honey. That ain't nothing but goddamn trouble. Somebody moving your ass into their house in 3 fucking weeks. You don't even know that motherfucking person, okay? And I done told y'all how I felt about them crazy ass goddamn police officers. I done told y'all them motherfuckers Kiki Loco, they crazy, okay? If they was to knock you upside your head, who the fuck you gonna call, girl? Ghostbusters? You damn sure ain't gonna call nobody in the police force, because they ain't gonna do nothing but protect their goddamn friend. They ain't nothing but a big ass gang. I done told y'all I don't fuck with them goddamn police officers, so we gonna just skibby on to the left and let you, okay? So almost instantaneously after Angela moves in with Diaz, she starts getting these weird ass emails by someone with an email named Lilith's Truth. If y'all don't know who Lilith is, y'all gonna have to go down that rabbit hole by yourself, because I rebuke it in the name of Jesus, and I'm covered by the blood of the Lamb, okay? We don't even play that over here. And when I'm trying to tell you, this woman is getting some strange emails, we mean strange emails. Y'all see that right there. This woman started getting pictures of decapitated animals, like abortions, and all type of other freaky shit. So baby girl is fucking panicking. Like, what the fuck is going on? And who the hell is Lilith? So this is Diaz's best friend right here. So he starts confiding in her, like, listen, do you remember my ex, Michelle? If y'all know who Michelle is, this is Michelle right here. So every time something happens, he keeps calling his best friend like, listen, someone is sending my wife some creepy ass emails, basically accusing her of stealing their life. And I think it's my ex. Once Angela started getting messages like this, she's like, oh no, fuck your ex, bitch. We about to call the fucking police. So every time that Angela would call the police, she would still get more threatening messages, basically like, bitch, stop playing with me, and I see you calling the police. Don't make me come over there and thrash your motherfucking ass. Baby girl in the email was like, mama, call whoever you want. Like, I'm still finna see you, bitch. I'm finna catch you. So y'all, it went from anonymous verbal threats to actual physical violence. Like, someone came up behind her while she was walking her dog and tried to fucking choke her. So even after the physical attack, Diaz is like, man, how much do we need to prove to y'all and show y'all these emails and tell y'all that my wife is being attacked? Mind you, she's pregnant, for y'all to actually go and lock this bitch up. Like, Michelle needs to be locked the fuck up. Like, what is it going to have to fucking take, right? So y'all, the straw that hit the camel's back. Y'all, the person behind the email basically found somebody that was looking for someone to participate in a great fantasy with them. Told them that their name was Angela. Gave the address. Told this person to follow them into their apartment. And even if they struggle and fight, and tell them to stop, to just keep on going, because they want to experience this sensation like so bad. Whole time, this is the actual video footage of the person from Craigslist actually pulling up to the house. So luckily, when the dude showed up, he ended up seeing Diaz's name on a call box. And he's like, oh no, a man lives here. Like, I ain't trying to get killed trying to execute this fantasy request and stuff like that. So like, I don't think this is for me. So this person ended up backing out of the whole engagement, right? So after a threat like that, the police gets called again. They're showing them everything. Now at this point, the police is like, okay, now we gotta lock this bitch up, because like, she is doing way the fuck too much, right? They give her all Michelle's information, and she ends up getting locked up. Michelle gets arrested. Here's a mugshot picture. So I'm like, okay, great. Like, this should be the end of the story. Why is there 45 more minutes to the damn documentary? I'm like, what more is there to talk about? I thought we got the culprit. Like, I thought everything is good. Baby, that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg of how messy this story is. So whole time, this Michelle father, and he just like, listen, I don't know who the hell y'all playing with, but y'all got my daughter fucked up. Like, she's not going to do no shit like that. Like, she willingly walked away from that relationship. Like, why would she go and stalk and harass a pregnant woman like that? Like, y'all got my daughter fucked up. Like, whole ass. Do y'all know Michelle was in jail for 4 months? So the father is like fighting to get his daughter out of fucking jail. Now, this is when we get into the meat and potatoes about Angela. And we meet her ex-fiance. So he ends up telling us he met Angela. She said that she was part of the law enforcement industry, that she was a lawyer or something like that, but she had something to do with law enforcement. She had cancer, all of this stuff like that. He was like loving and supporting her through chemo. His family was very attached to her. Like, they were like very concerned about how much weight she was losing. She was losing hair through chemo, all of this stuff like that. So like, the ex-fiance and his family was just very protective and loving of her and just trying to support her through that journey, right? So he's stressed out and he's like, look, I'm about to take some time off. I'm coming with you to your appointment, because this girl started losing weight. Now, mind you, this is the Angela that's married to Diaz, right? But this is Angela, the cancer patient that her ex-fiance was about to get married to. So as you can see, she looks totally different. She does look sick. Like, the family member was like, Angela was constantly throwing up. Like, she was basically going through it. So like, they're trying to figure out what's going on, how much time she got left, like what do they need to do to get her in remediation, all of that stuff, right? The whole time the family started getting suspicious because, like I showed y'all in that picture, Angela had that hat on. So you know when you're going through chemo, you lose a lot of hair. But the family keeps seeing Angela like shoving hair up in the back of the hat and trying to pull the hat down so can't nobody see that this girl got a full head of hair. And the best friend like, for somebody that got chemo, this bitch got more hair than me. And she's trying to hide that shit with that damn hat. So like I said, they started to get suspicious. So the family member like, you need to figure out what the fuck is going on. So the fiance was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck what you're saying. I ain't going to the hospital with you. I want to talk to your doctor. I want to figure out what's going on. So they get to the doctor's appointment, but this woman would not let him back there. She did send him a picture of an IV drip for her chemo treatment while he was sitting out in the waiting area, right? So y'all already know the family members and the friends, once they see that red flag, they gonna get to the T. Baby, they started searching to see if that was like a stock image or something of an IV drip bag for chemotherapy, and it was. So like, they're like, okay, this bitch is lying. This bitch is lying. She calls the hospital that she's supposed to be getting this chemo treatment at to find out that she's a patient, and she wasn't. Mind you, her fiance is all stressed out and distraught and shit like that. And the family member was like, oh no, she got me fucked up. So y'all, while they call her out to eat and stuff like that, and they confronted her about everything in front of everybody that she lied to in that relationship, they clocked her tea about her lying about being an attorney. They called her out about sending that stock image of that goddamn chemotherapy, which he did a search and found. And when I try to tell you that they were dragging her to high hell, they was like, bitch, everybody knows that you're fucking lying. Like, you don't have cancer. Show me your report. When I tell you that Miss Mamas was not playing with her, she was cussing her out. She followed her all the way out to her car. She said, bitch, show me your motherfucking report where you're getting your fucking treatment from, bitch. Do you see how skinny Angela got just to pull off that fucking lie? People like this hoe is scary as fucking shit, y'all. After they did this confrontation, her ex-fiance called her out about all of the bullshit and lies that she was doing. He was fucking done with her. Okay? So let's fast forward back to Angela and Diaz. Because whole time, if she was lying about having cancer, you wouldn't even be surprised to find out that she was lying about them fucking babies. Honey, there was no twins. Bitch, there was no choking attack. A lot of that shit was fucking made up. So let's just go ahead and put her mugshot right there, because you know good and damn well Diaz took his ass to the Anaheim police station right with his best friend. Him and that best friend went right up in that Anaheim police department with a box full of fake pregnancy tests, a blue marker, the fake sonogram pictures, and was like, listen, this woman is like lying about being pregnant with my twin. So I don't believe any fucking thing that she's saying now. Like, she was probably behind all of the attacks, all of the fake emails, everything that we've been having to call y'all about. Like, I don't trust this woman and y'all need to look into her. So now Angela is arrested, and you would think that the story is over, but bitch, it's not. It gets deeper. Baby, that's when the Department of Justice came through. DC came up in the building, because I'm trying to tell you, this investigator right here was not playing with Ian motherfucking ass. So remember in the beginning when I told you that Ian being a part of the special forces, the U.S. Marshal or whatever the hell that he was, that was going to come into play later? This made the freaking news. This made it all the way from Anaheim, California to the desktop of a Department of Justice agent in Washington, D.C. So you know it had to be serious. Because how in the hell did it go from Michelle getting locked up? Mind you, she's being accused of being a craze-obsessed ex-fiance of a U.S. Marshal who tried to set up his current pregnant wife, mind you, pregnant wife, to be great. And she physically assaulted her. How did it go from her being locked up to her being released? And now they're taking the wife into custody because whole time she is seeming to be the one that's behind the emails. She's the one that set up the grape scenario. She is the one that lied about being attacked. Like, she is behind all of this shit. But whole time, it wasn't even her. Or it wasn't her by herself. Because, baby, this shit gets real sticky. The Department of Justice investigators starts interviewing Michelle because some shit just wasn't sitting right with him. Because he started looking at that body camera footage. And stuff wasn't sitting right with him with that body camera footage because he was just like, Ian seemed like he vehemently hated Michelle. And he was hell-bent on getting this woman fucking locked up. He was constantly flashing that badge, and he was constantly keep reminding them police officers that he's one of them so that they can trust him. So that's why that investigator was like, let me holler at Michelle. Let me see what her side of the story is because something don't feel right. Because I told y'all, Michelle's father said that Michelle left that relationship willingly and everything didn't go down the way that it's being depicted to. So the investigator started meeting with Michelle. And he wanted to know, how did she meet Ian and what are the reasons why they broke up? See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all can't trust everybody with a badge. Because do you know that Michelle told the investigator that when she first started talking to Ian, that he was trying to pressure her into a cuckold situation because he wanted to get someone from Craigslist to come and have sex with her while he sat there and watched? That he was very forceful with it. Like, even though she told him no, that she's very wholesome, she don't believe in that stuff, she's not really into that type of thing like that, he would not take no for a no, and he just kept pressing her. So eventually she just gave in and just fulfilled that fantasy for him, thinking that it would go away, and it didn't. And the thing that messed me up about the whole cuckold situation is, like, Michelle really cried and she was just like, she lost a piece of herself because that was, like, so degrading for her. Then after that, he started trying to tell her how to wear her hair, to dye her hair certain colors, to get piercings, to dress, like, really sexual and stuff like that. And he was, like, basically trying to change her and control the way that she looked to fulfill his weird-ass fantasies and shit. He talked her into buying that condo. She spent all of her money that was in her savings and stuff that go towards the down payment of the condo and stuff like that. After they got up in that condo, he started tracking everything that she did. And even when she wasn't around him, like, he was constantly calling her. Like he was obsessed. You feel what I'm saying? And she was just like, even when she wasn't in the condo, like, he just so happened to know everywhere that she was. And it was creeping her the fuck out. This nigga started putting cameras in the house, like, not just on the outside of the house, but in the house, like, in front of the sink, in every room. Like, any movement that she made, this nigga knew everything that she was doing. Like, this nigga was tracking her. She said he started getting very, very controlling. It was very much so giving a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of thing like that. Like, sometimes he would be very nice to her. Other times he would be cussing her out. He would get bold and be trying to flirt with other women while they were out in public. Like, and it was just, like, very degrading for her. He started getting very emotionally abusive to her. She said that it was even a moment where they were leaving a restaurant where she caught an attitude with him because of his behavior with other women and shit. And when he got in the car, he started cussing her out and, like, started speeding really, really, really fast, and it slammed on the brakes. So she, you know what I'm saying? Like, and told her to get out of the car. Then when she tried to get out of the car, like, he reached over and slammed the door and was, like, telling her that she needed to get her act together. Like, this nigga was motherfucking tripping. And she was scared to contact the police because she felt like they wasn't going to do nothing but protect him because of who he was in the police force. Then one day, this simple bitch came over and, like, Michelle was like, okay, this is my time to leave because I know that this nigga ain't gonna be acting all kiki loco when his friend is over there. Like, he's gonna be very fucking reserved and act like he got common sense. So when she was over there, Michelle took that as her exit to get the fuck up out of there. So she escaped to her parents' house, but even after that, like, she thought it was over, like she's finally away from him. Girl, no, this nigga started getting background investigations done on this girl's fucking parents. Like, they're getting notification that somebody's doing background investigations on her. Like, he kept calling her, harassing her. Like, it was like driving her fucking crazy. This nigga was cyber stalking her and shit like that. Girl, this girl had a whole fucking mental breakdown, my nigga. Michelle had a mental breakdown so fucking bad. I'm assuming because she's like, this nigga got a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man is doing background investigations to try to figure out where my parents live and shit like that. If this nigga find me, this motherfucker probably gonna try to fucking kill me. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's gonna protect me because he's a police officer. So she left all her phones or any type of device that might have had a tracker on it that he might know where her location is. This girl got in her car and just started motherfucking driving. Girl, whole time she had like an out of body fucking experience, like, because apparently because she was being cyber stalked so bad, this nigga had her so fucking stressed out. Like, she had this what they call it, like a disassociated moment of PTSD. Girl, she was just driving so far and so long. She ended up in fucking Arizona. She said some damn Native American people ended up finding her and taking her ass to the fucking hospital and shit. And like, she really had like a mental breakdown. She didn't know who she was, where she was, and stuff like that. And they're like, girl, like, yeah, you're having like a very serious mental health breakdown. Like, you're not okay. So during that mental breakdown, she did email him and was saying some like religious based stuff like, my nigga, like, something wrong with you. God is going to get you. Like, you're literally the devil or something, something, something. Well, she must have mentioned something about Lilith. He took the language that she used from that email and he created that handle. And he was the one behind all of those emails. He reached out to the dude on Craigslist because remember, he was the one that had this little sick cut cold fantasy where he wanted to hire someone from Craigslist so that, you know, he could watch her have sex with another man and stuff like that. And that started to make me think, like, okay, was he really trying to set up Michelle, or was he trying to get his wife done up so he could watch somebody be intimate with her? Like, I don't know. I just really think that this policeman is fucking sick. You understand what I'm saying? Like, whole time, him and the wife was behind trying to set Michelle up so she could go to fuck to jail because he hated this woman so fucking much that he just wanted her locked up because he was obsessed with her and the fact that she got away. And his ass was stuck with that goddamn condo. That's why he let Angela move in so fucking quick. It ain't that he loved that bitch or none of that shit like that. He just needed somebody to help his ass with that fucking condo. But the whole time, this bitch ain't even had no job. She's a fucking con artist. This bitch was lying about every motherfucking thing anyway. That's why I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is up with this sick ass bitch Angela, because like, if I'm dating somebody new and this nigga done married me and all of this shit like that, and he's that obsessed with his fucking ex that he could convince you to fucking help and assist him in framing his ex-girlfriend to get her locked up for some shit that she's not even doing, like faking emails and like, Angela and Ian was working together to frame Michelle this whole fucking time. Do you know that the little grapist, that dude that had that post about the fantasy graping scenario, do you know he needed a voice verifier just to make sure like it wasn't like no police or nobody trying to set him up? Do you know Angela called him to voice verify? Like, these motherfuckers is sick as fuck, bro. So at the end of the day, Angela ended up getting arrested. And as you can see all of her charges up there, she ended up serving 5 years in prison. Ian ass ended up getting arrested. They kicked his ass out of being a U.S. Marshal, and he ended up serving 10 years, okay? Because he deserves more, in my personal opinion. Michelle was exonerated from all of the charges because they know, like, she didn't do any of this stuff, but she still spent 88 days in prison. Like, nobody's going to be able to get that time back. But the one that pissed me off the most was this bitch, the best friend, because she does not see any wrong in Ian. She believes that Angela was behind everything and he didn't believe anything wrong. Like, this bitch is trash.